Don't forget to go to ashkicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products. Anything else you want to say to your fans, man?
Man, shout out to Dante's Boxing Nation. You know, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, Earl Spence Jr., my whole name, and just look out for me.
Yes, sir. Let me dig into your brain. Folks falling like...
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Anthony Joshua has just made it very clear that he does not want Deontay Wilder to jump in the ring and confront him to try to possibly promote a future fight between him and Deontay Wilder. Now, I know what you guys are already thinking. I know a lot of you guys right now are saying, that's pretty strange. Why didn't Anthony Joshua have a problem when Vladimir Klitschko got in the ring after his fight, as you see in the pictures right here? Now, Anthony Joshua was actually asked that question, and he said the difference is, matter of fact, let me quote exactly what Anthony Joshua had to say when he tried to explain the difference between Vladimir Klitschko getting in the ring and Deontay Wilder getting in the ring. So once again, this is what Anthony Joshua had to say. Quote, "He is more than welcome. But the difference is, when Klitschko came over to watch me in Manchester, we had a signed deal. It was signed and sealed, provided I won. With Wilder, I'm just not into the hype. If he wants to come over, get in the ring and all that stuff, I just prefer if it had a fight in place to talk about. Because if not, it's just hype." End quote. Now, Anthony Joshua, he said some more stuff, but that's the base of what he said. You guys get the gist of it. Now, I think it's pretty interesting because he ends it by saying, it's just hype. You are absolutely right, Anthony Joshua. It is hype. It is to hype, in other words, promote a fight for free, right? I mean, why would you want to pay to promote the fight if you can promote a fight for free? That is what you call a free commercial. If you guys pay attention to what Anthony Joshua said right there, you'll notice that it is incongruent with what fans say that try to defend Anthony Joshua prolonging this fight against Wilder. Because if you listen to Anthony Joshua is telling us that he's not trying to build up this fight. He's saying, I don't even want to think about promoting this fight unless a contract is signed. So that means that Anthony Joshua, he's not prolonging this fight because he wants it to get bigger. Because if he wanted the fight to get bigger, he would have indulged in some free promoting, right? Once again, who would turn down a free ad to promote something that you want to be even bigger? What is the benefit for Anthony Joshua? What is the benefit for him turning down hyping up a mega fight? What is the benefit? Because you guys have to think about this. The biggest fight in boxing right now is Wilder versus Joshua, Joshua versus Wilder. Probably the second biggest fight in the sport right now, most significant at least, is Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman for welterweight supremacy. But number one, it's Joshua versus Wilder. So the question once again is, how does Anthony Joshua requesting Deontay Wilder not get in the ring, how does that benefit Anthony Joshua in the long run? In other words, what does that do for Anthony Joshua or the sport of boxing in general? All it does is suppresses talks of a Joshua versus Wilder fight, right? Because if Wilder does exactly what Anthony Joshua is requesting, and that's not get in the ring, then that puts less pressure on Anthony Joshua to take the fight next, right? So this is the reason why Anthony Joshua doesn't want Wilder to get in the ring, because he understands that that would make people want to see this fight even more. This is not something new, people jumping in the ring. As you've seen the pictures that I played on this video, clips of Wilder and Tyson Fury doing it. Speaking of Wilder and Tyson Fury doing it, they didn't have a fight that was signed. contrary to what Anthony Joshua just said about Vladimir Klitschko. The first time Gennady Golovkin jumped in the ring to confront Canelo, they didn't have a fight signed. The first time Edeslani Lara jumped on stage to confront Canelo, they didn't have a fight that was signed. When Shane Mosley jumped in the ring and confronted Floyd Mayweather, they did not have a fight. So this just goes down the list. This is not anything new. Once again, it is free promotion. When you see the video of Jamal Charlo and Danny Jacobs confronting each other, they don't have a fight, but now what does that do? That creates buzz. Now you want to see these two guys fight even more. That's how it usually works. That is what you call promoting a fight. And if Anthony Joshua truly believes that him versus Wilder is the biggest fight that can be made, you would take advantage of free promotion. Because once you sign the contract, you are actually paying for all of those ads that come on TV. All of that promoting, you have to pay for that. That comes out of your check. That's why you have a promoter. So you can pay that promoter to hype up the fight. But you have free hype and you're turning it down? The only reason you would do that is to suppress the buzz. Because you don't want people hyping this fight up. You don't want that pressure on you to have to fight this guy next. And that is exactly what's going to happen. People will put so much pressure on Anthony Joshua that he just may say, I'm going to have to fight this guy. So if you didn't know before, now you know. Anthony Joshua is making it very clear that after Joseph Parker, he has no intentions of fighting Deontay Wilder next. The talks are he may fight against Big Baby Gerald Miller in Brooklyn after Joseph Parker, and that is a very difficult fight as well. That's a very, very tough fight for Anthony Joshua. I mean, I think it's a 50-50 fight. I wouldn't even be surprised if Miller pulls off the upset if he fights Big Baby Miller. Big Baby Miller is a very aggressive fighter. He comes forward, he's strong, he's 300 pounds. Not only is he 300 pounds, but he's 300 pounds with stamina. I mean, he has endurance. He can go 12 rounds carrying that 300 pounds. When we seen Anthony Joshua in there against Carlos Takam, who's a lot smaller than Big Baby Miller, he was starting to push back Anthony Joshua. And Anthony Joshua started to slow down in those later rounds. If it wasn't for that referee stopping the fight prematurely, we would have really got to see what Anthony Joshua was made of, because he was really having a hard time making it through those championship rounds against Carlos Takam. So a fighter as big as Gerald Miller constantly applying pressure, it'll really, really be interesting to see how Anthony Joshua deals with an opponent like that. I mean, me personally, I think Deontay Wilder, he should still do something when he gets out there and he covers that Joshua Parker fight. He should still do something to create a buzz. Even if he can't make it to the ring, he should still try to make it to that ring. If security has to stop him and all that, that's going to still promote and create a buzz. I mean, because guys, once again, this is not making any sense. If you're supposed to be building this fight up, why would you not want to build the fight up? If you're building the fight up, why would you turn down building the fight up? Because this has never been about building the fight up. This has never been about making the fight bigger. If you listen to what Anthony Joshua just said, he said, I don't want to hype up the fight. That's what he said. Those were Anthony Joshua's words. I don't want the hype. I don't want to promote this fight because I have no plans in fighting this guy right now. And even though Joshua has no plans of fighting him now, once again, if you are letting the fight marinate, then guess what? You got to put some damn marinade on the meat. And right now, he's turning down the marinade sauce. He don't want to marinate the meat. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens post-fight, Joshua versus Parker. Let's see if Wilder tries to go in the ring. Let's see how Anthony Joshua reacts knowing that Deontay Wilder is only feet away from him. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.